this is the best thing that you guys can do to make sure that, for one thing, you paying off your debt faster. This method is going to help you pay off your debt faster. And then when you do make payments, more of your money going to go towards the principal and not so much towards the interest, which is going to be amazing. Okay, so this way that I'm talking about is actually getting a balance transfer. Somebody asked me a question on my channel asking me if they're able to do a balance transfer with Navy Federal. You can definitely do a balance transfer, but yeah, when I want to do a balance transfer, y'all want 0% APR credit cards. I don't want to just do a balance transfer just to be doing a balance transfer. When I transfer a balance, y'all, I want 0% APR. Other than that, y'all, what we transferring? What exactly are we transferring? So it has to be 0% APR, or I don't want to transfer anything. All right. And then when I had my Navy Federal, when I did a balance transfer, I actually took the money from my Navy Federal credit card and put it onto my Chase credit card because I got 0% on Chase at the time. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just transfer this balance. Okay. But Navy Federal, Navy Federal or just any of these credit cards, when y'all think about doing a balance transfer, see how much your interest is going to be and then for how long. Okay. That's going to be the biggest thing. How much is your interest going to be? And then how long is it going to be at that amount? Because if they don't have 0% APR, you could have just kept your balance where it was at. It was no point in you doing a balance transfer. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some of these credit cards. And I wouldn't just name companies in general, y'all. I don't like to just say, oh, get this one credit card. Like, we're going to talk about the Discover credit card. I don't want to just say, oh, just get the Discover It Cash Back card. There's other credit cards with Discover that can do a balance transfer. So get the one that you can get that's going to fit what you want, because everybody can't get every credit card. Okay. Once you know what company they can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry, which Discover can, try to see which credit card you can get out of all of them. Don't try to pick and choose. Let them pick and choose for you. Okay. So that's my best thing that I can tell y'all. Okay. So we already talked about Discover. So Discover is going to be one of you guys. Try to see if you can pre-qualify for a Discover credit card. I think that's going to help you all out a lot. If y'all can pre-qualify for a Discover credit card, do a balance transfer. And if you guys don't know what a balance transfer, let me just say this real quick, just so y'all know exactly what's going on with a balance transfer. A balance transfer is this. A balance transfer is, say if, for example, let me just get an example for Navy Federal. I had $3,500 balance with Navy Federal. I got approved for a Chase credit card. Since I got that Chase credit card, they told me, hey, you got 0% APR for like 12 months or something like that, whatever, right? So I said, you know what? Instead of me just paying off my full balance, how about I just transfer this $3,500 onto my new 0% APR credit card with Chase? Chase did charge me a fee, which I don't like fees anymore. That's what really, like, I don't want to do no more fees anymore. But I transferred that balance over. What Chase did was they went ahead and paid off my Navy Federal. So now I had a $0 balance with Navy Federal, and now I have a $3,500 balance with Chase. But again, Chase told me I had 0% APR for 12 months. That means for 12 months, y'all, they're not going to charge me interest. But with that $3,500 balance, if I did not pay off that full $3,500 balance and start paying my statement balance by the due date, when that 12 months is over, y'all, they're going to backdate it and charge me interest as if I never had 0% APR. Okay, so that's my warning also with this. For those people that don't know what a balance transfer is, that's what it is. You're transferring the balance from one credit card to another. Hopefully, you're transferring balance to a 20-something percent APR credit card to a 0%, because that's the biggest goal of all of them. Okay, so I told y'all, check out Navy Federal, check them out. You can do a balance transfer with them. I told y'all I did a balance transfer with Chase, so definitely check with Chase and see which cards they have that would allow you to do a balance transfer. You can also do this with Citibank, so y'all can look at the Citi cards and see which ones you want to do a balance transfer with. This is what I just suggest, y'all. If y'all like certain companies, or say if y'all Chase like y'all can get approved for some Chase credit cards. Y'all been doing it. You probably could do it again. Try to see if they got a 0% APR one that you can get. If you like Discover, you want to get Discover, try to see if it's some 0% APR ones that you can get. You like Citibank, go ahead and go with Citibank. Bank of America. Excuse me. I also got some credit cards with Truist. So if y'all like Truist, go ahead and try to get Truist, because they do balance transfer credit cards. Okay. Some of these companies may say you got 12 months. Some of them may say that you got 15 months. Some only may give you 6 months. All right. And you also got Bank of America that you can do. You also got Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo can be a great one. I got 0% on one of my Wells Fargo credit cards, but I did not do a balance transfer. What I did was I just put all of my charges on that new 0% APR credit card with Wells Fargo when I got approved. And then all of the cash I had, I just paid off the credit card I want to do the balance transfer with. That way I didn't get charged any fees because they're gonna charge you, I think Chase charge you like a 5% fee. And I don't like that. If you really do the math on it, it's like I could have just put the cash on it myself. I had the cash. I could have just put the cash on it myself. That's how I look at it. I could have just used this credit card and then paid the cash toward the other credit card that I wanted to do the balance transfer with. Sometimes they'll say you got 0% on balance transfers, and then also they'll say you have it on purchases. So that's what I did. I had 0% on purchases. And Hi Motion, how are you doing today? So I made sure that I just put all my charges on that Wells Fargo card. So that can be a great one for you. So just look and see which credit cards out there can do that balance transfer for you. And I told y'all some good ones that y'all can go ahead and start with. So start with these. Y'all got plenty of them. Y'all got Chase. Y'all got Discover, y'all got Bank of America, y'all got Wells Fargo. Heck, y'all even may have one at y'all local credit union. My first time ever doing a balance transfer, y'all, is with my local credit union. I just didn't like it. So I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it all the way. Is when I did my balance transfer, y'all, they told me they wanted me to close all of my credit cards that I was transferring in, and I closed them. I didn't fight back on that. I'm like, okay, you want me to close them? I'm going to go ahead and close them. I would not suggest closing your accounts. But again, that's a credit union that I went to, a smaller credit union. They're more hands on. The person that's approving you gonna be right there in your face telling you what it's gonna be. So it's like you with it or you not. It's one of those situations. But y'all can go to your local credit union. They probably have special promotions. Even if y'all cannot do like a 0% APR credit card, because maybe y'all credit score is just not where it needs to be, y'all can always try to see if y'all can get a personal loan too. Try to get a small personal loan, pay off that personal loan fast. Hopefully, you guys will get a great interest rate on that. Okay. And if you find that you can't get approved for the 0% APR credit cards because your utilization just out of whack, that is just really bad, what I suggest is one thing, y'all can add a trade line to your credit reports. Okay. You're gonna have to pay for this, but I just think it will pay off if you think about how much interest you're paying. But look and see how much you're paying on this credit card. Maybe you can find one where it's like $500 or something like that. And with this one, you can just get a $500 credit card. Try to get one that has like the highest limit that you can get for about that 500. Some of y'all can even get away with $1,000 because that money going out the door for y'all in 2 months, depending on how much debt y'all have. And then this account too, y'all can get approved for multiple credit cards to do multiple balance transfers if you want to. You can just go and just pay off your debt doing the snowball or the avalanche method. Don't get me wrong, but I love the 0% APR credit cards because now if they're not charging you any interest at all, y'all, any payment that you making, and I suggest whatever y'all been paying on y'all credit cards, pay that plus more. Okay. Or for example, the $3,500 I transferred from Navy Federal to the Chase, what I would do in my head and on paper too, I just want to do it in my head. I would actually do 3,500 divided by 11, and I would make sure I'm making that payment minimally because I at least know in 11 months is going to be completely paid off, y'all, because they're not charging me any interest, So this can be a great method for you all, but balance transfers, balance transfers, balance transfers. And if y'all have any questions going forward about balance transfers, let me know because I can go deeper into this topic. Okay. But hopefully this is going to be helpful to you all. Hopefully you all take advantage and do these balance transfers.